you. I'm Astri Yunita Samat, but everyone call me Astri. So guys, I will explain you about one material in school that is narrative text. So narrative text is material class 9 of junior high school. So let's go. Definition of narrative text. Narrative text is a type of text in English to tell a story that has a chronological sequence of events that are interconnected. The purpose of this text is to entertain the reader about a story. Next, types of narrative text. That is a fairy tale, mystery, science fiction, romance, horror, fable, myths and legend, histories, life of life, and the less personal experience. Next, the characteristic of narrative text. 1. Using action verb in form of past tense. 2. Using a specific noun as a pronoun. 3. Using the adjective to form noun phrase. And the last 4. Use the conjunction to short even. Next, narrative text structure. Orientation or so-called introduction contains about who, when, and where a story is set. Next, complication. Complication tells the beginning of the problem that caused the peak of the problem, or what is the commonly called the climax. This section usually involve the main character of the story. Next, resolution. This section is the end of the story on in the form of a solution to the problem that occurred. Problems can be solved, can be for better or even worse, which will make the story end happily or vice versa. The last, reorientation. The part is the closing of a story which is optimal. Reorientation can contain more lesson, suggestion, or a teaching from the author. The next example of the narrative text. So, in this example, I use one story that is about story Cinderella. So, I will read this story. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Cinderella. She lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters. The stepmother and her two daughters didn't like Cinderella. They treated Cinderella very bad. Cinderella usually did the hard work in the house, such as scrubbing in the floor, cleaning the pot and pan, and preparing the food for the family, and so on. One day, a ball was to be held by the royal family of the kingdom to find the princess supposed. Cinderella wants to go to the ball, but her stepmother asked her to stay at home and do the housework. Cinderella cried, and then there was a fairy godmother standing beside her. "Why are you crying, Cinderella?" the fairy godmother asked. "Because I want to go to the ball, but my stepmother insists me to stay at home. Besides, I don't have any beautiful dress," sighed Cinderella. Then the fairy turned Cinderella's ugly dress become the most beautiful dress, and with beautiful slippers. The fairy also turned a pumpkin into a parking coach, and the march became 6 white horses. Cinderella finally called to go to the ball, but she had to come back before midnight before the spell ended. At the ball, Cinderella amazed everybody there, including the prince. The prince asked her to dance. Cinderella had a wonderful time at the ball, but all of a sudden she heard the sound of clock, the first stroke of midnight. Remember what the fairy had said. Cinderella ran back to go home, but she lost one of her slippers in bedroom. The prince picked up her slipper and would search for the girl whose foot fit with the slipper. A few days later, the prince proclaimed that he would marry the girl whose feet fitted the slipper. Her stepsister tried on the slipper, but it was too small for them. No matter how hard they squeezed their toes into it, in the end, the king soldier let Cinderella try on slippers. She stuck out the foot, and the pig slapped the slipper on. It fitted perfectly. Finally, she was driven to the place. The prince was overjoyed to see her again. They were married and lived happily ever after. So guys, that is my explanation about this material narrative text from me. So thanks for watching. See you. I hope you understand this material, guys. Bye.